Hi, good morning. This is Jagdish, Assistant Professor of EC Department, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. Today, we are going to discuss about reciprocity theorem. It is none other than it comes under the network theorem, one of the network theorem. So, come let's get into the topic. So, what is actually reciprocity theorem? Before going to see about the reciprocity theorem, first we shall discuss what is reciprocity in general. Reciprocity means by exchanging the things, that is called reciprocity. So, according to the reciprocity theorem, it's the most important network theorem and plays a vital role in two-port networks. The theorem we use for solving the given electrical network circuit is known as network theorem or circuit theorem. A pair of terminals is known as port, or if the network has two such ports, then it is known as a two-port network. The reciprocity theorem states that in any linear and bilateral network or circuit having only one independent source, the ratio of response to the excitation is constant even though the source is interchanged from the input terminal to output terminal. So since we have two basic electrical quantities like voltage and current, we will get four possible ways regarding excitation and response to the electrical network in terms of voltage and current. So the reciprocity theorem is applicable only to single source networks. So if it has the multiple source network, the reciprocity theorem will not work. So this is the one of the condition. And the next one, the reciprocity theorem is applicable only to the circuits containing dependent sources. Uh, The reciprocity theorem is applied for the network falling in two cases: reciprocity theorem to an electrical network and reciprocity theorem to a two-port network. So first thing we shall discuss, that is reciprocity theorem to an electrical circuit. So in the following circuit, so the circuit is given in the next slide, right? So the following circuit, Vs is the input voltage and the current and I flowing through the resistor R3 is the response or the output. So here in the circuit, right, look at the circuit here, the Vs is the source and R3 is nothing but the output terminal. Okay. So in the following circuit, we interchanged. So this is the actual circuit. According to the reciprocity theorem, what is the case? What is the process means? We have to interchange the source and the output. So the here in this original circuit, the Vs is kept over here. That source will be changed, switched to the output section, and the R and the output will be input section, right? That will be changed. So the interchanging the position of the input voltage and the output current in the circuit Vs is the input voltage and the current I flowing through the resistor R1 is the response of the output current. So we have, as I said, the according to the reciprocity theorem, the output and the input has been interchanged. So in the first circuit, whatever the amount of the current flows through the resistor R3, same amount of current that will flow through resistor R1 in the second circuit, because the magnitude and the polarities of the voltage, that is Vs, are the same in the both circuit, and the current direction is same in the both circuits. So this is called actually a reciprocity theorem. So, and as I said, this has to, to properly function this reciprocity theorem, that should satisfy the three conditions. One is it must have a only single source, that should be independent source. And one more thing, the polarities and the magnitude. The polarity in the sense positive and negative sign, and the magnitude, the value of the voltage, that should be same whenever you are changing, even though you are interchanging the source and the load. So this is the concept. And reciprocity theorem to a two-port network is nothing but of here. This is the it is considered as a port one. That is a port one and part two. That means, as the name implies, a two-port network consists of two port, namely port one and port two. So this is the concept. The following two-port network, the voltage source Vs is connected to port one. This is input voltage of the two-port network. The current I2 flows through port 2. The response or the output current of the port 2 network is that is I. So in the following circuit, as we discussed in the electric circuit, the two-port network also we have done the same concept. We have interchanged the output and the input concepts, right? This the same. It is also applicable for the two port. So according to the reciprocity theorem, I1 dash Vs dash which is equal to I2 Vs. So if Vs dash equal to Vs, then we will get I1 dash equal to I2. So all about the reciprocity theorem. Thank you.